My name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani. Keshwani. We are here because we want to get ready for the SAT. We want to prepare for the SAT. We have been solving SAT grammar questions out of this book here, the official SAT study guide. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it. The problems that we are about to solve are the ones that you will find on page number 472. Page 472, please turn to it. And today is our lesson number 10. Let's see what we can do there. Is the second column, the right hand side column is what we're going to solve. The problems that you see in the left hand column, the first column, we took care of those questions yesterday on day number 9. The problems that we see in the right hand columns, they are all hard questions. There are 18 of these questions, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are last 5, last 6, whatever it is. These are last 1/3 of the 18 questions. Therefore, they are all difficult questions. All of these questions are level 4 and 5. They rate their difficulty, the college board, the people who give you the exam, they rate the difficulty of a given question in terms of scale of 1 through 5. They do not speak in terms of easy, medium and hard. They rate them on scale 1 through 5, and you will see the rating of each question back in the answer key. If you go to the end of the exam, at the end of each exam they give you the answer key, and next to the answers you will see the difficulty level. These are all rated 4 and 5. Peter's seemingly effortless flights. Peter's seemingly effortless flights. Something, something, something. Something, something, something. So that's our sentence. Our sentence is Peter's seemingly effortless flights did something, something, something. What's wrong with this sentence? Nothing is wrong with it. Peter's seemingly effortless flight did something, something, something. There is nothing wrong with this sentence. That tells us we do not know what the right answer is, but it's not A. It's not A because the sentence, the way it's written, is fine. Peter's seemingly effortless flights did something, something, something. Answer is not A. Let's go on then. Achieved through the use of sophisticated technical equipment, and I'm going to write all of that. Okay, achieved through the use of sophisticated technical equipment continues to do something, something, something. Now let's concentrate on the very first thing that we always talk about, that we should look for, which is the subject-verb agreement. Does the subject of the sentence agree with the verb? What is the subject of the sentence here? Do you know? The subject of the sentence is flights. This is not relevant to us. That's not the subject of the sentence. And all of this mumbo jumbo that you see there, yes, that's the technical term we use. The technical term we use is mumbo jumbo. Mumbo jumbo is everything that they throw in there to fill space. They have to fill space. They cannot make it too obvious. Get rid of all the mumbo jumbo. Get rid of everything that is there to fill the space. Everything that you see there that is there to fill the space. Now, our sentence reads like this. Our sentence reads, his flights continues to do something, something, something. Is it right? Of course not. Flights is the subject, which is plural. His flights continues? I don't think so. His subject is plural, therefore the verb has to be his flights continue to do something, not continues. Continues would have been correct had it been just one flight. His flights continue to fascinate us. His flights continue to amaze us. His flights continue to intrigue us. Not intrigues us, not amazes us. That won't work. The answer is C. Let's go to the next one. Learn this trick. Learn these tricks. These two tricks. The one trick is something, something, something trick. Don't read the whole bloody thing. Just put in something, something, something. And learn the trick of mumbo jumbo. Do you understand? If you see mumbo jumbo, ignore it. It's just there to fill the space. That's all it is. Mediators were standing by. You see, again, that part I'm not interested, because there is nothing, it's not going to play any role in it. Mediators were standing by. Prepared to intervene. Okay, so they were prepared. They were, or we shouldn't put down there. Okay, we shouldn't. Mediators were standing by, or they were standing by. Prepared. I shouldn't stick a verb here. That'll be being too silly. We can't do that. Prepared to intervene in something. They were standing by. So now our sentence is they were standing by, prepared to intervene in something. Is there anything wrong with it? This sentence? I'm going to say it one more time. This is what the sentence says. They were standing by, prepared as in ready. They were standing by, ready to intervene in something. There is nothing wrong with it. I do not know what the answer is, but the answer is not A, because this is the part that is underlined as A. The answer is not A. We do not know what the answer is, but the answer is not A. Let's go on then. They were ready to intervene. They were ready to intervene in what? They were ready to intervene in the labor dispute, even though they didn't want to. Again, I'm making it up. You understand? What's wrong with this sentence? They were standing by. One more time, I'm going to read the sentence from the beginning to the end. What you tell me what's wrong with it? They were standing by, prepared to intervene in the labor dispute, even though they didn't want to. What's wrong with this sentence? The answer is nothing. There is nothing wrong with the sentence as it stands. This means that we do not know what the answer is, but we know now that it's not A, it's not B. Let's keep on reading. Even though both sides had refused both sides had refused before? Even though both sides had refused to compromise. Again, I'm making it up. You understand? I'm just making it up. What's wrong with this sentence? Read the sentence one more time if you have to. They were standing by. Listen to me. They were standing by, ready as in prepared. They were standing by, ready to intervene in the labor dispute, even though both sides had refused to compromise. It's a perfectly fine sentence. There is nothing wrong with it. I don't know what the answer is, but it's not A, B, or C. It's got to be either D or E. So let's keep on reading, shall we? Even though both sides has refused, earlier efforts for assistance. Now, if you're still having trouble picking up as to what's going on here, there is a good reason for it. When they get to the hard questions, they want to start testing the concepts that are difficult for a non-native to grasp. And one of the most difficult concepts for a non-native speaker to master when learning any foreign language is the very last one that you see there. Parallel construction is a tricky one. Active and passive voice are tricky ones, but particularly the idioms. The idioms are tricky because there are no rhythms or rhymes to them. There are no rhythms or rhymes to them. Here we are doing the grammar, and I was about to butcher the language myself. Shame on me. There are no rhythms or rhymes to them. You just have to know the idioms. One either knows the idiom or one does not. There is nothing in between. There are no rules of grammar that one can follow to know if a given idiom is correct or not. Idioms are the peculiarity of the language. The idioms have to do with the culture. You may speak English language and you may you may state a certain idiom in a certain way in one country, in Britain say, and you may come to US and the same idiom would probably make no sense to the American ear, or the same idiom that you use in the US would probably make no sense to the ears of an Australian, even though they speak the same language, because idioms has to do with culture. I'm not saying that all idioms are like that, but there are some idioms where they are very cultural specific, and therefore there are no rules that one can follow. Here the problem is they had refused earlier efforts of assistance. I turned down, thank you very much, but I must turn down your offer not for help. I'm turning down your offer not for help, but I'm turning down your offer of help. I am turning down your offer of assistance, not offer for assistance. They had refused earlier efforts of assistance, not for assistance. The answer is, this was a tricky one. This was a very tricky one. The answer is D. Let's move on then. Sometimes I feel that I'm going at too much of a leisurely pace, which is no good. According to some theorists, we still have 3 more to go. According to some theorists, what any particular bird can eat could change with even the slightest variation in the shape of its beak. According to some theorists, what any particular bird can change with even the slightest change in the shape of their beak. Now, I wrote this sentence in a manner that I have written on the blackboard just now, as you saw me write it, and I wrote it quite inadvertently. And I'm going to leave it like this and see if you can pick out what's wrong with the sentence the way I wrote it. See if you can pick it up. This is what the sentence says. What any particular bird, and I'm going to spell it out so you can see it, what any particular bird can eat. Okay, this is what the sentence says. Listen carefully. What any particular bird can eat, what any particular bird can eat could change with even the slightest change in the shape of their beak. Do you see the problem? You do not, do you? The reason you do not see the problem is because I'm pulling a fast one. I'm pulling this one. Subject and verb agreement. What's the subject of this sentence? Subject of this particular sentence is a bird. One bird. You see, there is no plural here. If it's one bird, it cannot be there. It cannot be there, to say nothing of the fact that it's just one beak. It has to be its beak. And that's exactly what they give you. That's exactly what is given in the sentence. Also, we see an article here. The slightest change, is that okay? The answer is yes. Because this slightest here is what is known as superlative. And superlatives always require the article the. The bravest man in the army was Michael. The wimpiest one was I. The fastest car, you have to say the fastest car is the red one. So this is fine. There is nothing wrong with this sentence. This sentence is fine the way it is. It's beautiful. It's beautifully written. It does not require any fixing. Because they give you its. They did not say there. There is my doing. As I was writing it, I put down there inadvertently. I made a mistake. I employed the wrong grammar and I left it there to see if you can actually pick it up on it. Let's go to the next one. There was no error with it. Neither P nor T believes. Is it okay to say believes? The answer is yes, because when you say neither nor, then the subject of the sentence is not two people. The subject of the sentence in that case is singular. Do you understand? So believes is okay. Neither he nor I. That was a tricky one. There it will be believe, because it has to agree with the I part. That wasn't a good example. Neither he nor she believes. Not believe. Neither he nor she believes. Neither P nor T believes that watching as much television as her son. Believes that watching as much television as her son does something. Do you see a problem here? The problem is this word here that we see here, her. That's the problematic area. It does not. The sentence does not make any. The sentence does not make clear whose son we are talking about. Neither A nor B believes. Neither A nor B believes that his son is fat. Well, whose son? The sentence does not make it clear. It's ambiguous, and ambiguity is no good. It has to say believes. Neither P nor T believes that watching as much television as either P's son or T's son. But we can't say her son, because then the question is, who the hell is her? We do not know. The answer is C. Last one. Number 29. These are tricky. I know, these are tricky. An amateur potter herself, an amateur potter herself something. An amateur potter herself something. Is there anything wrong with this particular sentence? The answer is no, which means answer is not A. The answer is not A. Answer has to be something else. An amateur potter herself, the accountant offered to help the artist with his business account, complicated as they were by his unusual system of record keeping. This is a tricky sentence. Let's put all of it on the blackboard. An amateur potter herself, the accountant offered to help the artist. So now we know that he offered to help the artist, the potter. And why did he offer to help him? Because he was the amateur potter herself, when they're talking about that, refers to the accountant. I'm making it too much fuss. I should have ended it when I was ahead. The answer is there is nothing wrong with this sentence. That's what I'm trying to tell you here. The accountant of, let's forget this first part. Accountant offered to help the artist with his accounts. So far this is good. Accountant offered to help the artist with his accounts, which means the answer is not B. Answer was not A. Answer is not B. With his accounts. Complicated as they were. Complicated as they were. This is the part that is going to give some people trouble. Complicated as they were. Again, it has to do with idioms. And it's fine. Complicated as they were, by his unusual system of account keeping. Where's the D part in? Complicated as they were by, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Complicated as they were by what? By this unusual system of account keeping that this guy had. There is nothing wrong with this sentence. I will see you tomorrow when we'll begin the grammar questions in exam number 3. Alright? Bye now.